Good night, everyone. It's December 14th, 2020. With this, we start a special show of Confirmado la Moncloa, where we will do a short summary and review of the Spanish political situation of the days that are going to come. This week is very important, and we're going to focus on the Moncloa. The Moncloa is the official residence and workplace of the Prime Minister of Spain. It has been the official residence of the Prime Minister of Spain since 1977, and many times Moncloa is used as a metonym for the central government, the national one. So we will center this short special today in the national government. To start, there are many trolls on internet, in Twitter and in the other social media that are trying to say bad things to us because we're saying things that are true. And please, if that would be something that affects us, we wouldn't be here. So the three things about Moncloa today are: 1. Pablo Iglesias is saying that they can't lose control. They have the power they have the ministries they have in the government, and he is starting to put his own conditions. The second thing about Moncloa is the war that they have between the ministries of Podemos and other ministries, but also now between ministers of the same profession. For example, between Escrivá and Marlaska, as a consequence of the illegal immigrants that are arriving to the Canary Islands and that are being flown to the peninsula. Pablo Iglesias is trying to make more pressure inside the government, also making pressure because there's a possibility that there are going to be more charges against Podemos and or Pablo Iglesias. There's also the situation that the ministers of the government are trying to avoid discussions and problems, in some cases even criminal, and Mr. Pedro Sánchez that doesn't know what direction he must follow. He seemed happy when the national budget was approved, but as we said, approving the national budget makes no sense if, first of all, the data is false data and not real one, and if you're supposed to be managing the government, you're just not managing anything at all and just producing chaos. It is a crucial week for the Moncloa. We're going to see a lot of pressure, a lot of tension, and many movements. And we must stay very vigilant. And some people think that this is not changing, that the government isn't changing, but there's some important things that we must see. 2 of them, for example. The first example, and getting the example of those we live in Catalonia, do you think that the most crucial and important and worst moments of the pro-independence people and leaders that Junqueras would end up in prison? Or that the representatives of Catalonia would end up in prison? No, most people thought they wouldn't, but they did. Most people didn't believe so, and a few of us did say so, and that's what ended happening. If we're in a country where the rule of law does prevail, illegal acts cannot be allowed. And also something we should think about is that sometimes to explain the stories, the things, the reality, the most difficult moment to explain them is when you're living them. The changes will be brief. We're in the middle of the story. We're not waiting for the story to be told from other people to us. We're living it right now. Whomever wants to live it, great. Whomever wants to stay on the sofa, laying out, thinking that someone will explain it to them in 10 years, well, okay, everyone has the right to do what they prefer. But what is clear is that the story is being seen day by day. And analyze day by day is much more difficult than to analyze the story in itself once it has happened. So remember that we are analyzing day by day. We have to pay attention to millions of things. Any movement can make things change. And what is clear is we are starting a crucial week. And from here, we are entering the week, this crucial week, with total calmness of knowing that we have done everything we had to do and to keep on going. Don't forget the example we said about Junqueras and the pro-independence, and be prepared to see surprises. Because the real situation that's just changing and turning and making changes continuously is going to be intensified this week. It is going to be a crucial week, one of the weeks right before Christmas, and we will see many options and many changes. This is why we wanted to do this little special program today, to remind everyone about this, also to cheer them up, and to say to the internet trolls that they don't have any need to listen to us if they don't like us or what we say, and also to remind everyone that we've taken the advertisements of the middle of the programs, and to remember everyone that we will still be here, we will continue going, and as always, stick around, or as we say in Spain, seguimos.